Officer Buhler, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma Police Department. You are a piece of shit. This is why we get the body cam footage. This is why we record. And this is why we post it to the internet so everybody can see and hear what you had to say inside of that bank. I am more disappointed in myself for complimenting you and saying that you did an awesome job. Because, hey, all I saw was you going in there. I thought you educated them, and then you came out, left, and you had a conversation with us. So what I saw was very professional. But the body cam footage does not lie, and that is why we continue to get the body cam. Officer Buhler, Broken Arrow Police Department, if you are watching this, you are a piece of shit. Deuces.
Recording.
I'll just go talk to him.
Yeah, I was actually just sitting here just recording this video. Looking for the RP?
Yeah.
Great.
Hi. Hi, I'm Sergeant Buhler.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm
So
Tom Dombrowski.
nice to meet you. So what's going on?
Well, I just drove up to the ATM to get,
So you were like on the back side
on
here.
the backside to get some money. And as I came out, the smaller of the two men had his phone focused on me, and he followed me all the way through the ATM lane and all the way out of the parking lot like this
Okay.
with his phone. I don't know if he was filming me while I was punching my numbers into the
Okay.
And so I pulled around. I didn't know if they were contractors here and they were going to do some work on the building. So I pulled around the corner and I walked back just to see, and they got really defensive right away and were suggesting that I was doing something and blah 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 blah. And I was
Okay.
like, I said I'm just not comfortable
You're
with
just
somebody
wondering why you're
videoing
being
me.
filmed, yeah.
Yeah, why are you filming me? Well, we have, it's our right to do that. We can do whatever we want. We're on a public sidewalk. And
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah. So I haven't, also see, I'll talk to this officer, but what I'm assuming we have people that we call auditors. And so they're very versed in what their rights are. And they can technically legally stand on the sidewalk and film people, because we had a similar situation out east. They were outside on the sidewalk and then filming people going in and out of the business and everything. And unfortunately, like legally, they can do that and they can film people from a distance. I understand why people don't like it, but they're testing because they're seeing what kind of reaction they're gonna get, if the police are gonna know what the law is, if they can get the police in trouble. Sometimes I don't know if that's their goal, but sometimes that's what it is. So that's what the general term people use for them are. They're called auditors. So I'm gonna assume I'll see if there's a different situation here, but it sounds like that might be what it is.
okay.
But I understand your point. I mean, you're not wasting our time by calling us. That's not an average person's behavior. It's odd. And you're wondering why, they're filming you. But
Well, I mean, if they're filming me walking down the street, I got no problem with
Yeah.
that. But when I'm
you're
at
in the
my,
bank, trying to get your PIN and
that's what
cash
it
out.
looked like.
Yeah.
I mean, and then he's following me
Yeah.
around, and then the one guy even said, while I was talking, he goes, let me get closer so I can get your
Yeah.
voice recognition. And I was like,
Yeah. Well, some of these people, I don't know, they have like YouTube channels. And they go around and they put these videos on YouTube channels. And if they can get a rise out of somebody, they post that and
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's become like a movement of some sort, unfortunately. I'm like,
Okay.
I have other hobbies, but some people, that's their hobby. But let me run out here and talk to Officer Arroyo, who's been speaking with them, and kind of
Okay.
see what the deal is. But
they were trying to push my buttons.
yeah, and that's what they want.
Yeah, they were trying to get me to do something.
Yeah.
One guy says, you came up behind me, and I said, well, I didn't come up behind you.
Yeah.
Then he said, what were you doing over there? I saw you smoking a joint, and I was like, well.
They're,
Just
they're
started
trying to get
laughing
a
at me.
rise for a
Turned and
video.
walked away at
Yeah,
that point.
okay. Let me go check in over here, but we can make sure that you can get in your truck without being bothered.
My truck's
For
on the
sure.
corner there.
Is it on the corner? Okay.
Okay.
I'll be right back, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi. How are you guys? Good, how are you? Hey, Arroyo.
are we good? I didn't know if there was a
Yeah,
crime
I was just
or-
seeing what was going on this
No.
end.
Tell her don't bail out on
Just,
him. Don't leave him hanging.
Okay, I told him that.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, I basically explained to him what I figured they were out here doing, and that they were just trying to, because he said they were trying to inflame him and get a rise out of him. And
That's
I said,
what I
yeah,
figured.
they're probably wanting to get footage they can put on YouTube and stuff. If they're on the sidewalk, unfortunately, you know, that is, they're
for
legal.
sure.
So I explained that to him. But what freaked him out is because he was getting money out of the ATM.
I figured that's what the
So
problem
he was
like his
worried
pants.
that like they might be trying to get his pin or
Okay.
following him
Well,
or
just making
something.
sure we're good, but
But this is his truck, I think. So I just told him to stand by while he comes to his truck.
Can I get your name and your badge for the record, please?
Sergeant Buhler, 255.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Just for your awareness, they're auditors, is what we call them. So they're.
As soon as he said that, I was like,
So you might have some more complaints, but unfortunately they are on the sidewalk, so
No,
we can't make them
don't- I mean, we don't.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we
You can
don't really
film me
care.
all
Yeah.
Yeah, but I understand why he was freaked out because he was getting money out of the
Yeah.
ATM, and then they were trying to get a rise out of him. But they're out there getting all of our names and badge numbers, and that's what they
Of
do,
course,
and they'll
yeah.
post it on
We've
YouTube
seen-
later.
we've seen it.
Yeah. Okay, I'll stand by. That's what they're doing, sir. That's what they're doing. They're auditors. They're making YouTube videos. I walked up and they wanted my badge number and title and all that. So that's what they're doing.
Okay.
So, but I'll walk you.
Well, let me change that pen.
Yeah,
real
yeah,
quick.
yeah. Do your bank business.
does your department even assign badge numbers anymore? Do they really?
Yeah. We're still, I think in the old days, they used to recycle numbers. So we're now to like 350 something or whatever, because they don't recycle anymore. So, like mine's 255, and so we're going up there now finally.
I'm already got a deal with all that. I was
Yeah.
hoping it wouldn't come.
This is like our second one in a couple of weeks. We had not these people, but we had a guy out east, some businesses off 51, was standing there filming all their customers coming in and out, and it was causing. But we can't. They're on the public. Yeah,
That was kind of why I was enjoying Broken Arrow coming up here. And I didn't-
yeah. It's not an everyday thing, but they visit us.
It just gives you that migraine.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go.
yeah. We just do our best not to give them any excitement.
She's a retail director. She's curious if they're like recording while like we're doing transactions to the drive-thru or while they're at the ATM. Is there a point where we can tell, like, call you guys or anything?
No,
As
because
long as they're on that side,
Yeah.
there's not really much we can do about it.
yeah, like if they walk onto your property, then there is something we can do.
Even if they are filming from that sidewalk, like towards the ATMs or the drive-thru.
Right.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, because
yeah.
because we can't like prove that there's really any chance they can even see what people are punching in.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just checked the camera and from our point of view, like we cannot see people. I saw him doing something and he left and I didn't
You can't see like what he's doing. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but if they step on your property, we can certainly trespass them or ask them to leave, whatever you want. So, but I think they are aware that that will happen, so they're probably gonna be pretty smart about their
Might
placement.
Go down to a different quarter or something like that.
Sure, if they stay around, it's probably gonna be our last call. So, but that's what they try to see if they can get some good footage to put on the internet.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're like, okay.
Okay,
All right.
got my pin changed.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks. Have a good day. Yeah, you too. Appreciate you getting down here too.
Yeah.
I just thought it was, and
No
I didn't
problem.
mean to.
No,
You know,
you're not wasting your
everybody
time. Like
was
I
calling.
understand why.
They're
And like,
giving me grief
and
saying, well, you're not calling 911. I said,
well,
it's
and your
not an
average
emergency.
citizen that's not spending time watching this. I mean, you're not none of my friends know all about this. You know what I mean? Like it's like if you're not working in this world, like you wouldn't know what they're doing, or oh yeah, those are those auditors. No one would know that. So it's weird and uncomfortable. Are you this truck here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll just make sure they don't say anything or bug you. And
Okay. I appreciate you.
yeah, you're welcome. You have a good day.
You too.
Hope you have a good day, sir.
All right, you guys have a good one.
Can we talk to you for a second?
Just real brief, please.
I don't think I'll say anything different than the other officers, but
You're fine. It's okay.
Because you actually
Yeah, you
went
inside
inside
today.
and we didn't get to see what was said.
oh, I just explained to him that the legalities. He was just what freaked him out was he was at the ATM and he didn't know what you were doing.
And I even said
he's
we
not
can't even
familiar.
get his information from, like, you know, like we don't have your card, we don't have any of that. So, you know, just drive off, continue driving.
Yeah, I explained to him that he went ahead and I think changed his PIN number, but
Okay.
that's his business because
Yeah.
people aren't familiar with this kind of thing.
Okay.
It can weird them out, you know.
And you know, if I just
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but what made it strange is that, you know, we was back there and he left, walked back to us, and when he approached me, I asked him, do he support the
Yeah.
Constitution? I said, well, that's what we're doing. We try to find more people like yourself. And he just, and I was telling him, like, I don't have anything.
Yeah. Some people are open to convos and some people
It's-
aren't.
he-
I'm sure you find
He
that.
approached
So.
us. It's like how he
Yeah.
approached us. So, like, he was like this close
Yeah.
to us,
Yeah.
like
It's
real
okay.
close.
He's-
But you have very
he's
white
been-
teeth. You have super
You
white
do,
teeth.
you
have
Yeah,
nice
you take
nails, so-
Thank
good care
you.
of that, so.
My mom beat it into it. Not really beat us,
Yeah,
but
oh,
she
it's Buhler. I was saying Mueller, so
Bueller,
it's Bueller.
like Ferris, but spelled
okay,
differently.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
Thank you. Very professional.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
appreciate your department.
And I think the bank was already familiar with what, but I explained to them that
Yep.
if you're on the sidewalk,
Yep.
you're good,
Yeah,
and they
she
know
smiled.
that.
She came out,
yeah.
smiled, and waved at
Yeah,
us, so.
they're. I think they're fine.
That's good.
So
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. Have a good
Appreciate
one. Thank you, sir. End of contact.